Okay, hello.
We're back again.
We're back like we never left, and guess what?
What?
We're still in fucking Bali.
Yeah, we're literally still in freaking Bali.
We're still here. It's like we've moved
The
here.
hair's getting messy, so the hats come on.
The hair, I'm not gonna lie, guys, don't be judging because the braids, they're done out
We're
here.
getting more Bali-ish by the second.
Yeah, more. I should have come with my
Rustic.
shells next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still in Bali. We're not gonna be here much longer though, guys. So this week and next week we'll be in Bali, but after that, sadly, we'll be back in the United Kingdom.
Back to our old studio.
We're going to St. Kitts, so maybe we'll try and film an episode in St. Kitts.
I mean, I feel like we always say we try and film an episode, we never do it.
We'll try. I'm just trying my best, Helena.
Yeah,
So today,
Yeah.
juicy subject, cheating.
Juicy goss.
You've been cheated on before?
Of course, who hasn't?
Yeah, sometimes me.
Like, what kind of question?
Multiple times.
Build your character.
I would say it does build character, you know. I'm gonna say my first long-term relationship, I was with someone for 5 years. If I could guess how many people he cheated on me, I'm gonna ballpark 20.
What?
Ballpark
How
20.
do men have time for that?
We're together on and off, but I'm gonna say ballpark 20.
20's crazy.
But I only had proof of one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many times they've cheated.
Yeah.
It's more about how many times do you have the proof.
But also, how much times are you gonna be an idiosa?
Yeah,
Because I
that
was
too.
an idiot.
Yeah.
There was one time where I found a bright red hair in the bed.
Oh no.
And I was like, this is not my hair, my hair's not red. He gaslit me.
Yeah, they do.
Then for some reason, the same day I was on his camera. I found pictures of this bitch in the bed.
How are they even so bait taking photos of the girls in the bed?
And he
That's
still
crazy.
gaslit me further. One time his other girlfriend called me. And then when I asked him about it, he just aired me for 2 days.
Yeah, this is wild.
It's giving mug.
Yeah.
Mug.
It's actually really mean.
It is mean.
I have been the cheatee before though.
Have you?
Yeah. I mean, I was
Scandalous.
17.
Okay,
and at the
that's
time,
not-
I was like, fuck her.
Yeah.
And really, I should have been like, fuck him.
Yeah.
So, I regret that because we both look like idiots. But I'm not. I've turned into a girl's girl since then.
Yeah,
I'm
massive
like,
girl's
it's
girl.
definitely the man's fault all the time. So, yeah.
Oh, dear.
I do not condone cheating.
I don't condone cheating.
No, I just think get rid if you don't want to be with someone.
Agreed. I think if you don't want to be in a relationship, then leave.
Yeah.
Don't cheat and then be
Don't have your cake and eat it too. I think it's mean. Just have one person or don't.
what about polyamory? What do you think about that?
I mean, it's not for me, but if that's what you want to do, you're going to do what you're going to do.
At least if you're polyamorous, you're honest.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I think if you want to have an open relationship, do your thing. But as long as everybody's clear on what's going on, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think if you're clear, then it's fine.
I'd have an open relationship with my man and Michael B.
I don't think a man's gonna happy about that. I think you're winning. Michael B's winning. What's your man getting out of this?
Because if he's in love with me and wants to be with me, then Michael B on the side.
No.
We all live together, happy families.
So what if your man's cool, Jada Pinkett, maybe he's a lover of Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett.
I don't know why,
is
she's
so
the first
random.
name that came to my head. Okay, let's say J-Lo, because she's a bit more in the lust sphere. J-Lo has propositioned him to be
he's gonna
his
get-
lover.
He's going to get
What you
driven
saying?
crazy.
But what are you saying? You're going to be yeah, go off.
No.
Exactly.
thanks.
Exactly.
Cool.
So I think the whole thing's out the window.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some questions for you. We're going to play a game. And the game is it cheating?
Is it
cheating?
cheating or is it cheating?
It's inspired by the Relatables pod. They did something similar. So shout out them because they're our faves. And we're going to do our own version. So, is it cheating?
We're going to be yes.
I don't know about this. Okay, is it cheating if you go to a festival/concert and your man has another woman on his shoulders?
Like a person he doesn't know.
Yeah, let's say he met her there.
I mean, I don't think it's cheating. I wouldn't say it's cheating because sometimes you're just in the moment. I've been on a man's shoulders before in a thing and I've never spoke to him again. We never exchanged numbers, nothing. I was just on his shoulders and I wasn't. And then it was bye. So I don't think it's
So you're going to say no?
I don't think it's cheating at all. I can't say I'd be upset if I found out that there was a girl on his shoulders.
Do you know what the problem for me is? It's the embarrassment.
Why?
Imagine now, let's set the scene. You're at Wireless, music's playing, your man's there, you're watching Wireless on TV.
Oh,
the
Wireless
camera
isn't on
pans,
TV.
there's your man with another girl on his shoulders. You're fucking fuming. You're fucking fuming because you're embarrassed.
I don't know.
I think it's the embarrassment
I don't think it's
for
that
me.
deep for me.
I think you'd be embarrassed, and I think the embarrassment alone is enough.
I don't know.
Do you know why I say that? Because so a few years back when I was dating this guy, we were only dating. This girl that I know, she did this out of militia. Militia? Is that a word? Out of malice?
Militia, yeah.
Malice. She did this out of malice. He was at a festival, he was a bit drunk. She saw him. Me and her weren't speaking, me and this girl. We were friends, we had stopped speaking. I had stopped speaking to her. She knows I'm dating him. Runs up to him, straddles him, takes a photo, leaves. Posts the photo on Instagram.
Straddles him how?
So like she's like jumped on him, so her legs are like around his waist, but then she's like leaning back like this, and then he's like,
I think that's worse.
and then the picture goes on Instagram. I then get sent, before it hits Instagram, one of my friends who's also there sends me the photo. Like, bro, this is gonna go on Instagram tomorrow. I'm just giving you a heads up. I was raging. Because it's the embarrassment.
If you know the person.
Yeah, but also like it's just doing things that you know you wouldn't do in front of your partner. Like if you were there, your man wouldn't do that. So why
what
is he
if
doing it
it's
without
his
you?
friend? Because I would get on one of my male friends' shoulders.
I think friends is different. I think if it's a random girl, that's when it's a problem. Because why are you talking to random girls at a festival?
But you don't have to talk to someone. Like I've been on somebody's shoulders before, and I was not. I literally was in the crowd with them. Oh yeah, shoulders. Yeah, cool. Down. Like we didn't exchange names.
So some next girl's pum pum can be next to your man's head. No problem. No problem.
Well, yeah, he's turning back. He's like not seeing.
His head is between her fanny and
it's not
thighs.
This way.
Bro, no, that's
it's
crazy.
not like scissoring.
It's a no.
Or like whatever you want to call
I mean,
it.
you're gonna be the most. You sound like you're gonna be the most laid back girlfriend in the world then, because that's kind of mad.
I just don't think. I just wouldn't break up with someone.
I didn't say break up, but I said it's not cool.
But
it's
if
not
it's
okay.
cheating, you have to break up with them.
I'm not saying it's cheating, but I'm saying it's unacceptable behavior.
Yeah, I don't think it's cheating.
I don't think it's cheating, but I think it's not acceptable.
I think
he can smell her pum pum. It's that close. It's that close. No. It's on the back of his head. Fanny on the back of his head is fine. Nah, I can't. It's too much. If you know the person, cool, but you shouldn't be chatting to random girls who put them on your shoulders at festivals. Sorry, no, you shouldn't. And I know for a fact if your man saw you on some next man's shoulders, he wouldn't be happy about it. Like, nah, come on.
Yeah, but if you saw me on my friend's shoulders, like
friend's shoulders is different. We're talking about randoms. Randoms is a no.
I just don't think it's cause for breaking up. I think
no, I agree with that.
Chat, cool, but like, I don't think. I think
but that's not the question.
Still go to dinner that night. Yeah, we could just talk about it. We'll still go.
I think it's not cheating. I think it's too far to say that it's cheating, but I don't think it's cool. It's not acceptable. Like it's not respectful of your partner. I don't think. Okay, next. Is it cheating if you subscribe to an OnlyFans? I don't think that's cheating.
I think I'd need to know more about what this was about. Because there was somebody that I was dating that like used to look on a lot of like porn websites, and that was a bit of a problem.
Really? Like a porn addict?
I don't know. I don't know what the thing was that he had going on, but I just wanted to find out, like what's happening, what? Yeah, because I want to know. Like,
so wait, what about
if you're looking at stuff like every day?
What about just like general porn?
You do your thing, but if it's a daily thing, I'd like to know, what's happening, like why, I just would like to know more information about what this is doing for you and what, like, where's the gap here.
I think,
especially if like I am your like girlfriend or whatever, I need to know.
I think the porn thing, like, I can kind of be like, whatever, like, maybe he just wants to have a little,
Yeah, but every day.
No, every day's mad. Every day's mad. But the OnlyFans thing, I think you're right. Like, what is the reason for this subscription? Like, you're paying to see this girl on a regular basis. That's kind of crazy. And, like, what about, I saw this thing on TikTok, basically, and this girl, she does, like, OnlyFans, and then, she realized someone who had been watching her for ages was in her contacts because was
it her dad or something?
It was like her stepdad.
I saw this.
Yeah, and I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I also think it's just, if that's your man, it's kind of weird because it's like, what is he looking at? Like feet or like, I don't know, like what else people look at on OnlyFans, but it's like,
why do you need the subscription?
Exactly.
Why do you need to pay to see another babe?
Definitely when you're not a single man who like might not be getting it in or whatever. Like if you've got a girl, then like.
And also like on OnlyFans, they don't just like watch them. They like send money for like more. They can do like one-on-one things.
He can send me money and I'll send him videos every week.
You'll be his only fan.
He'll be my only fan.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pass on the OnlyFans thing.
I wouldn't say it's cheating, but I just think we need to, we need to unpack.
Okay, but like, what do you define cheating as then? Like, just so we know.
Well, we're talking about this now, no?
No, like, what is your definition of cheating? So for me, cheating is anything you wouldn't do in front of me. That's kind of cheating in my eyes. You don't. I don't think you need to be like.
I mean, he might look at the OnlyFans babe in front of you.
Yeah, but that means I'm accepting of it, so it's fine. I think everybody has their own parameters for a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I think if you can't do it in front of me, then obviously there's something wrong with that. You know, that's why I said for the shoulders thing, like, it might not be, it's not actually, like, physically cheating. However, it's not something I believe you would do if I was there.
Okay, but if your man was short, and say if you went to a festival with all your friends and your man's short.
I wouldn't get on another person's shoulders, no.
And your best friend's tall.
I wouldn't get on his shoulders, no.
And my best friend's like, oh, do you want to see? And I'm like,
bro,
okay.
You're never living that down. That short king is coming for you.
Because you can't get on the short king shoulders.
Yeah, which I agree, but I think if your man was there, do you not think like he would feel belittled and disrespected?
He might be like, woo, get me up there as well.
I don't think there's any man that's gonna feel like raw. Remember, a lot of guys, especially short guys, have like,
he might want to get up there too.
What is all of this? He's not getting up there too. I think most men would feel disrespected, to be honest. I think it's a bit disrespectful. I think it's just about the respect game. Like, there's certain things you just don't do in front of your man. And if you're not going to do it in front of your man...
What about if you wanted to join a man OnlyFans?
Why would I do that? I don't think women are like that, though. Like, I've never even considered going on OnlyFans. Have you?
No.
Like, what am I going to watch? Like, him doing strip teasers and stuff.
Maybe.
The body roll. No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, that whole thing, I think, for me, I just need to figure out what you're getting from it.
Yeah,
because you might have like a porn problem, and like, okay, that's fine. If you have like a porn problem, then
that's not fine.
Yeah, but then it makes more sense. Like,
okay.
Oh, I need to do this because every day I need to like whatever, and you're like, okay, fine.
Wait, hold on, pause. Let's rewind. Let's rewind this up. So if your man tells you, Mabe, I've got a porn problem,
or I need to, I'm a sex addict.
I need to tash off to porn every day. You're saying, cool, go off. Well, do your thing.
I'm not saying cool, but like I understand it more, you know.
So the understanding leads to what?
I don't know, because when I was in that situation, I don't think I was not in that same situation, but when I was dealing with that thing, I was basically like, do you have a problem? And he was like, no. But I was like, well, if you're looking at this every day,
it's giving problems.
Yeah, it's giving something.
And how did you resolve this?
I don't think we ever did, to be honest.
So he just carried on bashing off.
I don't know if he was bashing up. I never saw that part.
I mean, what's he doing? He's not just going to watch the porn, is he?
I didn't ask. I don't know. But he said he didn't have a problem, so...
You just took his word for it.
I mean, it ended shortly after.
Okay, because obviously that's your man. You got to stick beside him.
It didn't end because of that. But
okay.
That was just a thing that I added to the list.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Okay, next. Okay, when he hugs a female and her feet come off the ground.
I thought you said when he hugs a female from behind.
He hugs a female and her feet come off the ground.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I've seen some guys do. None of my friends have ever done that with me.
Some of my female friends have done that.
But like, I guess if you've not seen them in ages and they like pick you up, if your legs are around his waist,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
But it's just like, you know, like if they're like tall and then they pick you up and they like stand and then your like feet come off the ground.
Yeah, I don't think that's that deep.
I don't think it's that deep. But I think it's, once again, don't do it in front of my man, but it's not that deep. Because I just think your man will feel some type of way. And you don't need to like give people the opportunity to feel some type of way, you know?
Yeah,
but I don't think it's that deep.
A lot of my friends would be respectful and like
Agreed.
Not be doing that.
Yeah, I don't think my male friends would do that in front of my man.
Yeah.
Like,
but the straddling thing is a big no.
Straddling's a massive
What about hugging from behind?
I hug my man like that, so it's weird if I hug someone else, no?
Yeah, I don't think you should hug your friends like that.
So you wouldn't hug your male friends from behind?
I've never done that, no.
But you'd hug them from the front?
Yeah.
But then also there was that whole thing before when they were saying like, do you hug around the neck or do you hug around the waist?
This is too much.
Like
I think I get it.
The neck hug thing's kind of intimate.
I don't really think about it that deeply.
In the moment, I don't think about it.
I do hug some of my friends because they're tall, so I hug them around the neck. If I hug them around the waist, that's so weird. It's
because but if you hug them around the neck, then they have to bend down. Whereas if they're standing, I just hug them around the waist. Like,
I've never actually thought about it. So when I do hug someone, like I don't think I even think is I'm doing. As long as I'm not touching their bum. Like
why would you be touching his
little grope? Like I'm not doing that.
Okay, is it cheating sleeping with someone while you're on a break?
We were on a break. Yes. Technically it's not,
No,
but yes.
there's no technically.
Like,
it's
no, but
cheating.
like technically it's
No,
not.
you're on a break from each other. That doesn't mean the relationship's over.
Yeah,
There's
I
a break
agree.
and there's a break up. If it's
Yeah.
a break up, if you said, cool, we're done, then it's not cheating. But if you're like, oh, we're going to go on a break, we need some time, that's cheating.
Or I also think that like if even if you have broken up, you've been together for ages and it's like one of those unclear breakups, I still think that's cheating.
Do you?
Yeah, because like if you've been together with someone like 5+ years and you're going through that whole like, oh, let's break up thing, like you know that that's not final.
I think if you're like, you're discussing breaking up, however, it's not like a final cut.
Yeah.
Like you're still talking every day, maybe even still sleeping
Exactly.
together or whatever. Then I think, yeah, for sure, then that's cheating.
Yeah, 100%.
That's kinda
It's just
crazy.
disrespectful because like if you can move on that quick, then like
Did Ross cheat in Friends?
yeah,
I think he cheated too.
he did. They were on a break. But
Yeah.
then that's a man's like mall pass. What do you
But
call
also
it?
he
Hall
said that it
pass.
wasn't clear to him that they weren't broken up. That it was a break. She was like, it's a break. He was like, it's a break up. So he thought he had got dumped. Whereas she thought they were on a break
I
from
mean,
each
that's
other.
still a red flag. The fact you got dumped and like a day later you're
Yeah, I
seeing
think that's
someone else.
mad.
Like I just don't think that's cool.
But then I also think like men and women's like sex is totally different for both of them. Like for some guys, they can just go out and shag a couple birds and it means nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas for girls, I feel like it does, for a lot of us anyway, not everyone, it means something if you sleep with someone. So, but I think it's cheating. I think that was
Yeah.
clear cut. Okay.
It's not cool. Don't do it.
Is it cheating hanging out with a girl or guy alone?
As in a friend.
Just says girl or guy.
Depends who that.
I mean, it
girl
depends on the
guy is.
circumstances.
Oh, so okay, I actually have a story about this because I technically did this, even though it wasn't cheating. But then I don't know. You can be the judge. So I was actually, I actually wasn't in a relationship at this time, but we like were in that whole before relationship, exclusive, whatever land. So technically, we weren't in a relationship, but obviously at the time I was young. I was like, "This is my man," you know, like that vibe. So my friend who was coming from America to visit was like, "Oh, I want to see you and like hang out and whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, cool. Like I'll take you around and whatnot." But like said friend is very hot, and we never, nothing's ever happened, but we've obviously had like a liking to each other and
There's
whatever.
always been a vibe, yeah?
Yeah, and obviously my man at the time obviously knew that like, you know,
There was
we
a
had a
vibe.
something and this guy's good looking and whatever. So he was like, no. Bear in mind, this is not my man.
You're not official.
No.
Okay.
So I was like, why the hell not? Because I also knew that like I wasn't going to do anything. You know, I knew that like this was that other person was my person and like this wasn't a thing like that. I thought just like, well, he's just my friend. Cool. So we had a massive argument because he was like, I can't believe you're going to see this guy and blah, blah, blah and whatever. Like obviously like didn't trust me for whatever. Well, we went together. I could have done whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so I ended up spending like the day with this guy. And I actually even brought two of my girlfriends to make sure that like,
So it wasn't even alone time?
no, that like nothing was going to happen.
I don't think this is cheating.
Yeah, so anyway, we went out, whatever, we went out to eat. Then I ended up like dropping him home to like where he was staying or whatever. And like nothing ever happened. But obviously I had time with said hot friend.
What, alone? Well, you didn't really because just you friends with her.
Yeah, I made sure they were there. Yeah.
I personally think that in that period before
There's
of
no
dating
loyalty.
and becoming someone's girlfriend or boyfriend, you can do what you want.
Exactly.
I think at the end of the day, I think that there's no one should hold a claim over someone. And I think that if you're not ready to make this person your girlfriend, then you have no say.
And the same the other way around.
Exactly. 100%.
Because I would never say to him, at that time, I would never have said to him, oh, you can't go and meet this person or do this
Do what
thing,"
you
'cause
want.
You had to do that. But I think that was like my early 20s. I think back then I was a bit more like, if someone was like, don't do that. If like someone I love was like, don't do this, I'd be like, okay, you know? But I did meet up with said person again years later when we were on a break or whatever. We weren't on it. We were broken up, but like on a break, whatever. And nothing happened. Again, it was just me and him. We went for dinner and I was very weary of like, because I wasn't sure of what was happening with that situation. I was like, So like I
Really?
made sure to like not be too, and I talked to him about it. I don't know if that's worse.
Talk to the other guy,
friend,
the
yeah.
friend. I don't think
About
it's
the
worse.
breakup.
Well, I mean, it really depends on the friend's like if the friend has an ulterior motive. But to me, it doesn't really sound like they do because they've met out of you twice and they've respected you.
I think,
They're
he's just respectful of the situation. He
Yeah.
never, like, cross that line. But I think also that if it was the other way round, he probably would have done worse. I think he did.
There you go.
So I should have been doing more worse.
Living your life, girl. No, I'm joking. I think that I don't think it's cheating, and I think you should be able to see your male friends from like abroad, especially one-on-one. I don't think it's that deep, especially as nothing's ever happened between you. I can understand if it was like someone that's something you dated or something like that, but it's not that situation. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's not cheating, but I think you need to kind of like know who you're being around. Like there's certain people I could be around one-on-one and I know they would never try a thing, but then there's other people I might say I don't know, maybe they might, so I'll just keep away, you know? Kind of know your audience.
And the history, because if it's just a friend, I think it's fine.
Is it cheating if a girl cooks for you or a guy cooks for you?
I mean, if they're like, I'm gonna cook my special roast lamb.
Why are you think lamb?
Come over. And you get there and there's candles and shit, then like
I think it depends on the person. Like, again, like, if it's your friend, like, if it was one of my male friends and they were like, oh, I'm making this on Sunday, like, do you want to come for dinner? I wouldn't think anything of it.
Yeah, same.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends on the person and the history. But then actually, I don't know, I say that, but then, like, somebody I know, like, we used to, like, have a thing, I guess. And, like, if that person cooks for me now, I don't think anything of it.
Why don't you think anything of it?
Because it's like I'm at their house and they're like, oh, I'm cooking, here's some food. It's not like,
yeah, but that's different.
Let's put the candles out.
Yeah, but that's the scenario isn't I'm at your house and I gave you food. The scenario is you've been invited over. This person is cooking for you. So yes, hi Hells. Yep, come over Sunday. I'm cooking for you.
I may think of it as a bit sus.
I think if you're doing the whole invite, that's sus. It's totally different if you're at your friend's house and they give you food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the invite and like the planning of it could come across sus. You know.
Definitely if it's just the two of you.
Like, if my man said to me, oh, yeah, my friend Jennifer is cooking me dinner on Friday, I would say, what the fuck's Jennifer? Why is Jennifer cooking
I've had a Jennifer.
I don't know about this Jennifer girl. Yeah, I think if Jennifer's cooking him dinner, I'm going to be sus. I'm going to be like, I don't know about that, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with my ex, he had certain friends that, like, he had, like, done things with. So I was just like...
Guys always have friends that they've done things with.
Like, I was like, I don't want you looking in this girl's direction. And even though they were like 17 at the time, I was like, no.
Well, okay, so like my man has a friend who they done stuff in the past and then they realized they're just friends. And when we first got together, he asked me how I felt about it. And I said, like, has anything happened like recently, like the last few years? And he said, no, nothing's happened since like back in the day. And I said, if you feel comfortable, you feel like nothing's like this person's completely your friend, then I'm happy for you to like stay friends with them. But I was like, but obviously if anything happens for me to think differently, then I would expect you to cut them off. But that's me trying to be mature and healed. I don't know how I really feel about this. But like at the end of the day, I think you should be able, you have to give people trust, you know what I mean? And I think if someone wants to do something, they're going to do it regardless. So in my mind, I was like, do you know what? If this is his friend, he thinks nothing's wrong with it, they're cool, nothing's going to happen, then I'll trust him. Because if he is going to cheat, it doesn't necessarily have to be this friend that he cheats with. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
So
I just don't think, I don't know. I've just never had like any things with my friends.
I haven't either.
Like, I don't know about having somebody around that I've like done things with.
I mean, I've kissed one of my friends when we were like first met, but we were like 16.
Be kissing your friends.
Yeah, well, obviously not. You shouldn't be kissing your friends.
I just don't have one male friend that I've kissed.
Do you have any male friends that you've ever had feelings for?
No. Well, not really. Oh my god, no, this is so weird because like my male friend's gonna be watching this like, which one of us is it? No, not like that.
You're not saying a word, you're saying everything. You're the only person speaking right now.
No, because that would be so weird. But only male friends that I've met on the terms of like we liked each other and then it's gone to friendship. So not friends that I've met as friends and then me being like...
Yeah, but I'm saying even if you met and you liked each other then there's always potential to like each other again.
I don't know, you know. I feel like once that like you... Because in my mind, I'm like friends. I don't know if it would ever go back. Like if he like tried to move to me or something, if we were sat there, I'd be like... I just find it weird. But there was even like one of like my good male friends when I was like maybe like 18. We used to chill to... Like he liked me, but like... he started off liking me, and then we'd just be together all the time. We'd chill in his house and just like go out and do things together. And he obviously liked me, but I didn't like him. So then at the time, he never like made a move, and he just kept it friendly. But I just think that like you just shouldn't. I don't think you should.
I mean, I think a lot of people's like relationships are built on friendships. So like, you could have a close male friend and it blossoms to a relationship like years later. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think personally, like the line can easily be crossed. It just takes one day for you to see someone differently, and then boom.
Yeah.
So I think there's always a possibility, but I think you just have to know yourself, isn't it? Like, what else can you do?
I mean, technically, my ex, we were friends before we started dating.
There we go, people.
But we like liked each other, friends, that type of vibe, and then it was a fucking shit show after that.
Oh gosh. Okay. Is it cheating having a girl or boy best friend? No. I think
that's
ridiculous.
Everybody should have. And I think in my 20s, my perspective of this is very different.
Same.
Because I kind of liked the fact that my boyfriend at the time like didn't really have female friends, and I had all the male friends. It was fine. But now I'm like, I actually like want you to have female friends, because I just think it's so important. Like I see the relationships I have with my male friends, and I'm like, we need each other to be friends with. Like I just don't think and also it's good. It's a good test because you having pretty girls around you all the time.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that in that way. In my mind, it's like, I think I saw this video like not long ago, and they were asking these guys like, oh, do you have any female friends? And they were like, what for, kind of thing. And it dawned on me after watching that video that there's some men out there that just see women as like sexual objects. Like it's just a relationship or nothing. And I think if you can't have a healthy friendship with a woman, or a girl can't have a healthy friendship with a man without it being sexual, then maybe you don't value the other gender as much. Do you know what I mean? Like I think if a man can't see a woman as more than just sex, then does he value women? And same for and vice versa. So I think it's important for you to have friendships with people of the opposite sex, and so that you can value them in those ways, and you can value their opinions, you can value their thoughts, and also you can learn to have more respect for them in both, and that goes both ways. Like women can learn more about men by having male friends, and men can learn more about women. You know, I think it's important. So,
and it's this type of person, because you also just want to be friends with someone who doesn't have ulterior motives, because that can also fuck you up. Like for example, your man has a female friend who he's going to it for advice, but really she's like, yeah, she's no good. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
that does happen though.
You also need to weed out. Like I've never had, I mean, I have had my male friends be like, he's no good, but like they were talking facts. They're not saying it.
Yeah, a lot of the time they're right.
Yeah, they're not saying it to like make me break up, but you still have to like, you know, weed those people out.
What would you do? Like your male friend like introduces you to his girl, and you're like, oh, I don't like her. What do you do? Do you say anything?
Had that.
I'd have.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't. Or it depends on the reason why I don't like her. I'd probably talk to like other people in the group about it.
Gossip amongst each other, but not tell them. I mean, I wouldn't personally say anything because I think like everyone needs to like live their lives. But I do get that like you're not always gonna like your friends' partners. Unfortunately, she's a bitch. No, I'm joking. Okay, is it cheating? Is it cheating texting another girl constantly? Why do you need to talk so much?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like every day, all day, every day.
Well, yeah, every day they're texting.
It's like, do you want to just be with her?
They're coming up, and you know when you go on WhatsApp and it's like these three, the suggested common talks.
Or he saved her at the top of iMessage.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It should only be me.
I think if it's a group chat, fine. But like just you and her.
No,
like,
one-on-one.
What's the conversation?
What do you need to talk about?
The chat?
Yeah, can you? Ashley has been added to the group.
Hey guys.
I don't think you need to talk that much. I mean, I think it can be seen as borderline cheating because maybe you're getting something from this person you're not getting from me. You know what I mean? Maybe you're getting some kind of support or fun or I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I'm not giving it to you clearly because you're talking to this person all day. You should only be talking to me all day.
Unless it's like their sister or something.
Not sisters, like we're talking about non-family.
Yeah, I'd have to unpack why this person is so key.
I think we're gonna go with yes.
Why don't you go be with her then?
Cheating, not cheating. Buying gifts for another girl / guy.
My male friends buy me gifts.
Outside a birthday.
I don't think that's too...
What is someone buying you outside of your birthday?
What it is.
What are they buying you and why?
Like just a little... Might be something like, oh, I just saw this and thought of you. I don't think that's
Why
too bad.
are you thinking of me?
I don't think that's too bad.
Nah, I don't
like
think...
something small, not like a freaking like...
I need an example.
Like they went on holiday and they saw like a key ring or something.
Holiday key rings can be... But I'm saying like they buy you like perfume from Louis Vuitton just on a random Tuesday.
What if it's a rich person?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
I mean, I think it's a bit crazy. I don't understand why you buy me gifts. If it's my birthday, that's completely different. But like on a random Tuesday, what are you buying me candles for? What are you buying me perfume
If they
for?
just saw something and thought, oh, I think you'd like this.
Why would you do that? Have you ever done that for you? Like, have you ever seen something and thought, I'm gonna buy this aftershave for my male friend on a random Tuesday? Have you ever done that?
Not for my male friends, no.
Exactly. So why are they doing
Actually,
it for
I
you?
have. I bought my friend. I actually have because my friend has this obsession with dragon fruits. So I literally would buy him a dragon fruit when I would see one, and I'd buy him like random food. Like I'd buy him like because he likes Biscoff stuff. So I'd just every time I'd see something Biscoff, I'd buy it for him. What's that giving? I love you.
I guess that is gift giving, but like it's not on the extremity that I was thinking.
It's still giving though. Like I saw this and thought of you.
Yeah, that's true.
I spent £9 on a dragon fruit once.
£9. They're probably like 20p in Bali here. Gosh.
Yeah, so
Y'all
I don't
rich.
think that's not cheating.
I wouldn't say it's cheating, but I'd say it's a bit weird.
But I guess if my man was doing it, I'd be like,
This is the thing. If your man was buying his female friend dragon fruits once a week, wouldn't you be like, what the fuck's up with these dragon fruit? Like,
yeah, maybe.
exactly. Sus.
So I'm the sus one.
Yeah, clearly. Cheating, not cheating, maintaining contact with your ex.
What kind of contact?
Any contact.
So one of my male friends, he follows like all his previous exes on Instagram and like just his current girlfriend that doesn't find it weird. She's just like, eh.
So
They
I
just
think
don't
following
talk.
on Instagram I think is no big deal.
Really? But then I
Yeah.
just still think like, why?
I follow a couple of my exes on Instagram. I don't think it's a big deal.
I don't. I've released them all.
Release them to the universe.
I just like, why do you want to see what that person's up to, you know?
I mean, it's not even that. Like, I don't think they hardly even come up.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just followed at a time when it was like, cool, we're cool, like whatever. And then I just never unfollowed.
But I don't think it's cheating because what if it's like the ex is just texting them happy birthday every year and that's
I think
it?
the happy birthday text is fine.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think let's take it to the extremity and say like you're messaging like on a regular basis. Maybe you talk about your current partner with them. I think that's wild stuff.
That's kind of crazy.
I think you should the maximum communication is following on social media and happy birthday.
But then me
That's
and my
it.
ex used to talk like just about like trips and stuff. People are like, oh, what have you got coming up? And I'll be like this. And
But
he'll be
while
like,
you had a
okay.
man?
No.
If you don't have a man, if you're
You
single,
might have had a girl, who knows?
if you're single, then you can do what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But I think once you get into a relationship,
Yeah,
the boundaries
that's
need to
true.
change, especially when this is your ex.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine to like have those conversations now because you're single. Not saying that you are, but I'm just saying if you were. But I think if you got a man like now I've got a boyfriend, I wouldn't have those conversations with my ex anymore. Even though before maybe I would have.
See, one of my exes was like kind of trying to have conversations with me at one point years ago when I had a man, but I didn't really think anything of it. I think we just saw each other, and then like after that he was like, oh, and it was like before I was going to Bali like some years ago, and he was just like, oh, like what you up to, blah blah, like how's work, you know.
For what?
I don't know. For a what?
For what?
I don't know.
I don't think you need to chat to them.
That was it, really.
If you bump into each other on the street, like, cool, you can be cordial, say, how are you? But, like, why are you texting my phone? Do you know what I also think is really weird? I'm just going to say this. You know when so, like, you date someone for a bit, you say, cool, this is not for us, you move on. A couple months later, the person calls you. For what? What are you calling me for?
I've definitely had this.
Why are you yeah, guys always do this. They call you to see if they can still have access to you. Like, go away. We said we're not at work. We said it's done. Don't call me unless you have something significant to say here, sir. Like you've fallen head over heels in love with me, and you're gonna act better. Fine.
I mean, I had that. He did not act better.
That's fine because he has something to bring to the table. But don't be giving me how you been texts.
How about if they call you and say, I'm having a baby?
For what? Go talk to your baby mum. What are we talking about here?
That too.
No. What are we talking about?
If I haven't spoke to you in like a year, there's no
Fuck
reason
off.
why you need to call me.
One thing I'm like really like big on saying is that like people only come back to you a lot of the time. This is mainly a man thing.
Boredom.
I don't think girls do it really. No, girls do it for boredom. Guys do it to see if they can still have access to you. Like girls are like, oh, I'm bored. Maybe I'll text my old cheeky link or I'll text my old man. Cool. Guys do it to see, oh, do I still have access to this person? Will they still respond? Would they come over if I wanted them to? So, and I'm like not keen on that. If we're done, go and crawl back under the rock you came out
Because
of.
even this person that messaged me after months, he called me, I didn't answer, and then I've texted him like, oh, like, did you call the wrong person? He's like, no, I want to talk to you. So that's kind of like...
Or what?
That's kind of like, I didn't pick up. So I'm like, you obviously like, no. But then you're like, no, I need to talk to you. It's
And then did you call them?
Yeah, we had a phone call and he was basically telling me he was in love with me. And I was like, no.
Well, at least he came with something to say.
And then
Not just a how you been.
Skedaddled after
How
that.
you been? How's work? Fuck
Oh,
off.
that's boring, yeah.
Fuck off. We don't need to do this. It's unnecessary.
I do think it's also I think it's out of a boredom thing where they've seen you. Because even when he called me, I was like, have you seen me looking good on Instagram?
Probs, yeah.
I was like, you've seen me on stories, doing up hottie. Like, got my braids done.
Oh, no.
I'm like, you've seen me. And he's like, no. I'm like, you've seen me.
Really?
You don't know.
You don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm like, you've seen me. But I
Damn.
don't know. Yeah, don't. Wait, what was the question again? Are you cheating if you...
Maintaining contact with your ex. So,
Oh, God, we got
to summarize, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Unless it's the bare minimum of like a follow and a happy birthday text, yes.
What about if you're still friends with your ex's family? Then
For
like, but then like but not maintaining contact. You just like
You just talk to the family?
Contact with his family.
Well, the whole family or just like specific
I don't know,
members?
the whole family.
I think the whole family is kind of wild.
Really?
Yeah, because then like, if imagine they get a new girl and then the new girl comes over and it's gonna be like, well, she's not like Stephanie. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be like tension.
Yeah.
Like I think the thing is, I think what it is a lot of these circumstances are they don't give grace to the new person coming into that
that's
person's
true.
life,
Yeah.
and a lot of the time it's a lot of headache for that new person to have to come into their life. And like at the end of the day, unless you have like
What if they got kids?
that's what I'm saying. If you actually have kids or like you have you have a business together, even if you have a business, maybe sell your share, man.
Really?
If
some people like still have houses with their exes and just like carry on.
I mean, I think if it's a money thing, like you can make it work, and if it's a kid thing, you have to make it work. But outside of those two circumstances, I can't really see why you'd have any connection. You're moving on, you're starting a new life with your new partner. Why is your ex still in your life? In any capacity? I just don't get it, personally.
Yeah.
So for me, it's in the bin. Bye. Okay, is it cheating? Is it not cheating? Giving out your number.
I mean, yeah. If it's like someone's moving to you, I guess you could give out your number on a business thing because I have done that before.
Everyday business.
I've given out my number to somebody on a business tip, like my business card back in the day. Like,
Email.
yeah, true.
We should just give an
probably
email.
given an email, yeah.
An email is more professional.
I mean, I feel like I have given out my number whilst I've been in a relationship, but like not.
Really?
Yeah, but like on a
Y'all
business,
moving crazy.
on a
in chat.
business thing.
Business tip. What kind of business was y'all doing?
No, like on a business level.
You're doing
like
business.
Networking, you know. Like it not was like going around to their house and stuff.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, I think on a business tip, yeah, fine. But I think any other thing outside of that's good. But even like, I know people who have gone to conferences and had affairs. So like, does
Conferences.
business really cut it? I don't know, man.
Yeah. What about if you're like a DJ, for example, and someone's like, "Oh, I want to book you. I need your number."
Yeah, it's fine. Business. I think if it's leading to money, like always got to follow where the money resides at the end of the day. That's why I don't date DJs.
Neither do I. Cheers to that.
Okay, last one. Is it cheating? Is it not cheating? Paying for another girl's dinner.
I mean, my male friends have paid for my dinner,
Same.
but I guess if it's somebody you just met, you shouldn't really be with them at dinner. So that
Exactly.
lines that one out. If it's your friend, then it's fine.
I think if it's your friend, fine. No problem.
If you're going to Nobu every week and being poor because you're paying for her dinner every week, then we got a problem.
Yeah, but I think if you're paying for a random bird's dinner on a Saturday night.
What
going
about
on?
if he's with, like, your man is with his female friend and then another girl and he pays for everyone?
Sometimes I just don't understand why we're in these circumstances.
Because, like, for example, my friend the other day, like, he didn't have to pay for you. Like, you know what I mean? And he's got a girlfriend, he's paid for...
I think that is a situation where it's acceptable. And I think that's because, like, me and him have a rapport. Like,
Yeah.
we've got each other's numbers, we've spoken before, like, we've seen each other around each other enough. And also, like, I've met your girlfriend. Cool. But I think if it's just...
Yeah.
I think you can't be doing it for every single girl. Like, I think he did it for me because I was with you and you two are close.
But I do think that even if he didn't know you to that level and he did pay for you, I don't think that's cheating for him.
I don't
to
think
have
it's
paid for you.
cheating, but I think as your girl, they might start questioning, like, why are you paying for all these girls' dinners?
Yeah.
If you're acceptable to pay for everybody else's dinner, then what makes me special? No, it's facts. Like,
He's rich.
if your man's paying for everyone's dinner all the time, what makes you special? Nothing, because you're just one of the gal that I'm getting paid for.
Maybe you want to be the gal that I'm getting paid for.
That's your prerogative, isn't
That's
it?
your prerogative.
That's your prerogative.
It's my prerogative.
Like, but so if your man was paying for people like different girls' dinner every week, you're cool with that.
Is he rich?
It's not about being rich. The circumstances are
Yeah,
still the
because
same.
if you're rich and you can pay for everyone's dinner.
So if your man was rich, you'd be happy for him to always just pay for everyone's dinner all the
No.
time. Exactly.
But then some guys, like rich guys, do that with their friends. So if they go out with their friends, they're the ones always paying.
That's true. How do you feel about, like, I did see this, like, there's a lot of people, like, when they move out of their, like, family home, whatever, they live with their girl, a lot of guys still pay for, like, their family stuff. How do you feel about that?
I've seen a lot of people do this. Yeah, like their sister and their mum, they like take care of them. Is that what you mean? I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with it either, but I think that as long as it isn't detrimental to the life that you're having together. Because let's just say your man's like, cool, I'm going to pay for my mum to fly back to Jamaica and pay for my sister to go on holiday, but we're not going on holiday this year, babes. Well, then
I'll be like, I'm going on holiday. See you
yeah,
later.
I think it needs to be like within like
Your means,
within your
yeah.
means, like your lifestyle with your partner. You should also be able to have a lifestyle with your partner that you both desire, not because you're shouldn't be detrimented because you're paying for your mum to go on holiday. Basically, like it's different if you're paying every now and again, but it can't be a thing where it's like, because when you have kids and that, then what?
But what if you're paying for more, like, not holidays, like actual stuff, like helping out in the house, paying the mortgage off, like
I think if that's what
doing over the house, paying for renovations, like that sort of thing.
I think it depends on obviously the length of your relationship. Obviously, if you just moved in together, that's like a different thing. But like, let's just say you've been with your man for like 4 or 5 years. You want to buy a second house together, but your man says, I can't do that because I'm paying my mum's mortgage. I think it can become quite sticky because once you leave your family situation, you're meant to be building a life with your new partner, and that situation kind of has to come first to a degree. Because otherwise, then is your partner always going to be second to your family?
I mean, a lot of the time it is, yeah.
Your
And
destiny-
the mums, a lot of the time, like, won't allow anything different.
Then your relationship's destined for failure. I'm sorry to tell you that. No, but it is.
All right, hitch, relationship
No, I'm being
coach.
honest though. Like at the end of the day, if once you've said, cool, I'm gonna marry this person, we're gonna lay roots, we're gonna have a family together, that has to become your priority. Otherwise, you're always gonna be stuck in the life that you don't live anymore.
But that's also saying the same thing as if someone has a kid. The kid comes first.
Yeah, they do.
They have to pay money, and that's like that situation. His money is going to be going to the child first, and all that sort of
I
stuff.
100% agree with that. I think if I'm getting a relationship with someone who already has a child, I cannot expect to come before that child. You have to accept that is your position. It's going to be after the child. Because even if you had a child together, I think your partner needs to be important, and they should never feel second best to your child. However, you're both going to be doing probably a lot of sacrificing to make sure your child is like in the best position, no? So I think I wouldn't expect my man to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to dash my kid this Friday so that I can see you. Come on, that's wild. That's wild. You're just gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna take care of my kid. I can't look at you the same.
Really?
Nah, if your man doesn't take care of his responsibilities with his
He's
pick
like,
me,
fuck this dinner.
we're going to Hakkasan, babes. These times your kids
Yeah,
just chilling
that's
at
not
home,
good.
chicken nuggets. Nah, crazy.
What if he brought the child on the date?
I think we don't need to go to Hakkasan with a child. Like we can just go to like a bull pit.
Yeah.
I think like you have to if you're gonna date someone with a kid or marry someone with a kid, you have to make certain sacrifices. I think that's just the way.
I mean, I've dated a lot of guys with kids.
How did you find that?
It was weird.
You do not stepmom.
No. My ex, he had a daughter, and I met her, and it was just like we were also young at the time. We were like 20s, and the kid was really like 3 or 4. I don't even know. And like I was just like, this is at the time I was just like, yeah, great, but really it was not great. It was just a weird dynamic. And I don't think he also knew like how to even like handle the situation at the time, because he was just this like part-time dad. Like I don't think he even knew like what that meant. And he was living with his parents and living at home, so like his mum a lot of the time would be looking after the child. Like, and then it was a lot of like, oh, I need to stay. The baby mum was like crazy, but she was like, oh, you need to stay at my house and like all this weird stuff. And I was like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, no.
So that was not funny.
I've never done the kids thing. And I think that my dad has more kids, so I have a sister that's not from the same mum. And I think that the strain of that relationship on my dad and my mum and me, like the whole situation over the years, I wouldn't want to do that. It just puts me off completely.
I feel like it can be done, but I think everything has to be very open. Like I just think, and it also depends on like who the mother of those kids are, because sometimes those people don't want this person, so you're already blocked from the get-go. Like it has to really be like an open situation.
I think, yeah, and I think just because of the complications of it, it just puts me off personally. I don't think I know people who have done it and it works and it's fine, it's good for them, and like, bravo.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm not trying to be someone's stepmom. Like, I'm not trying to do that. It's long. No, pass. Hard pass. Okay, that's all we've got time for in the suite. I enjoyed that episode.
Yeah,
that was a good cheeky one.
Cheating.
So yeah, we'll wrap this up by saying, don't cheat.
Don't be mean and cheater. Don't be mean and cheater.
Be nice, girls and guys, to each other.
Yeah.
And thanks
cheating
for
breaks
watching.
hearts.
Yeah, heartbreakers. Okay, we're clearly high on coffee. Goodbye.
Bye.